Optimal Revenue Management System Corporation Tax. This video is part 1 to a step-by-step demonstration on how to complete the new corporation tax return. But before we delve into that, there are a few points to note. Any person not being an individual who is registered in or carried on business in Guyana for the approved period in which income was earned must submit this return. The due date for submission is April 30 of each year, or the next business day if the 30th is a holiday or falls on a weekend. Nevertheless, you are encouraged to file as early as possible. The return and all required supporting documents must be submitted together. Failure to do so may result in the Commissioner General refusing to accept the return and, to the best of his judgment, determine the amount of chargeable income and assets accordingly. And finally, where a line item is a loss, enter a negative sign in the red box to the left of the number box. Now that we have that out of the way, let's begin. Identification and organization details. Before we delve into the form, we must state the year of assessment at the top. That is the year that follows the calendar year in which income was earned. There is also an amendment checkbox which must be ticked if you are making changes to the return that was already submitted to the GRA. Now we enter into Section A, Identification. The only mandatory field is for you to enter the company's taxpayer identification number. Section B. Organization details requires the preparer to enter the registered name of the business in line 4. If the company trades under any other name than its registered name, enter the business or trading name. If this information was changed during the period, tick the changed box. Under Section C, Item 6, the preparer must state the address of the business. Enter the address where the actual business operations are conducted in line 6. If the legal address is different from the business address, enter the registered address of the organization, as stated on the certificate from the commercial registry under Item 7. Likewise, if any of the information were changed during this period, tick the changed box. Miscellaneous information and tax summary. The majority of fields in the miscellaneous section are mandatory. Therefore, pay keen attention to fields 8, 9, 10, 11, and 13. It is compulsory for the return preparer to enter the accounting period, whether it's a commercial company or not, resident or non-resident, a subsidiary or affiliate of a foreign company, and whether the financial statements submitted were audited or unaudited. A few things to note before we move on. If the organization's accounting period does not align with the usual calendar year, January to December, then written approval needs to be obtained from the Commissioner General. A company is considered commercial when at least 75% of its gross income is derived from trading in goods, not manufactured by it. A long-term insurance company is considered a non-commercial company. Therefore, indicate which one best reflects the organization during the period of income. Additionally, if the submitted financial statements are unaudited, this return is deemed incomplete pending the submission of the audited financial statements. Section E can only be completed after you conclude the tax computation. Therefore, try not to forget to return to this section to indicate the tax due or tax refundable.
It was a simple mistake. It could happen to anyone.
Oh, really?
Moving along, we enter into Section F, the declaration. This is the most important part of the return because as the preparer, you are declaring that everything is true and correct and that you have disclosed income from all sources under the Corporation Tax Act. Therefore, the preparer must state his or her first and last name, who approved you to complete the return, the date the return was given to you, sign and state your position or capacity in which the return was made. If absent from the country, state the name and address of the agent in the country and who prepared the return. Business activity. In line 16, describe the major business activity with as much detail as possible. This company's main activity is building websites for organizations and small businesses. In line 17, specify up to 3 main products or services that the business provides, and its estimated percentage of revenue derived from each. The main moneymaker for Absolute Design and Networks is building websites for organizations and small businesses, with 60% revenue, Social media marketing comes in second at 30%, and finally, consultancy services at 10%. Where can I find additional guidance to fill out this form? Guides to this form can be found on the Optimal website, www.gra.gov.gy/optimal. An Excel spreadsheet with the various schedules can also be found here. The return must be submitted within the various schedules and supporting documents. Where can I submit this form? This return can be submitted at any of the GRA's tax offices, tax sites, e-services, or PO Box 10406. And remember, the due date for submitting this return is April 30 of every year. Thanks for watching.